Morning, Elizabeth. Feels like a lazy day today. HM. Is that hey, morning? Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Grandma. Morning, Jared. Morning, Allie. Thanks, Addison. So, Addison, who is it? Who's 14? Testing your knowledge. You're going to look it up, aren't you? What name is on the back of my shirt, Addison? All right. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? One of those days. I can feel it. Ooh, we double digits. We double digits. You know, I'm curious. So when I get this, when we're done, an hour 12, when we get done, it tells me, hey, this many people tuned in, this many were at the same time. You know, it says this whole stats. It's always like, I want to say low side is 20, high side 40, probably. It depends on the day. And it seems like lately more of you have work. And so, and we got this whole issue with the school. There's just lots of things I'm fighting against right now. Anyway, so then I check the next day and there's usually like, I want to say between around 50 to 70 views. Now I understand, like if I go on there's 10 times, well, I don't know. I think it gets the cookies. I don't think one person can do like multiple views. I'm just curious. I mean, obviously there are people who are going in who don't see it live, who go in later and watch it. I just don't. Wish I had better numbers. I wish I knew. I mean, I said no matter, as long as anybody's watching, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not talking about canceling. I'm just curious what the number situation is. Okay. Today is Tuesday, April 28th. Addison never answered my question. She's looking it up or asking somebody else. She doesn't know who number 14 is. Today is Tuesday, April 28th. The word today is sacrosanct. Sacrosanct is an adjective, is beyond criticism, extremely sacred. I've heard that word used a couple times as something is sacrosanct. Sorry, here you go, Addison. It's not fair because that's like that's not like a current player. It's but it's okay. That's the last time Addison comments on any of my Chicago. Yes, Ernie Banks. Good job. Chicago Cubs outfits. I ordered something new, Chicago Cubs thing the other day. It's not in yet. We'll see. I'm highly skeptical. Anyway, sacrosanct. It's a good word. You should use it. Use it in your daily life. Something is sacrosanct. Hey Juan, how's it going? All right. How was everybody's yesterday? It was pretty awesome outside. I just sat outside and read for a little bit. I had a meeting. Let's see. I met with the drum majors at 1. Then I went outside and had a meeting. Or sorry, I can't do two things at once. Went outside and read for a little bit. I didn't do much work yesterday. I should have. It was nice outside though. Today just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's going to be a very productive day on my end of things. It needs to be. I've got a lot of stuff that's got to get done. But I got a guest lined up. My dad named me after this. Oh, yeah. I think you told me that before, Addison. Your name could have been Clark. So if you were a boy, would you have been Clark or Sheffield? All right. That I'm going to call you Sheffield from now on, Addison. All right. So what was I talking about? It's just a guest. So Mr. Van Clyde's coming tomorrow, which is good. Jenna Nonson's gonna be the guest on Monday. I'm excited about that. Jenna, for those of you who don't know her, is off getting ready to go to grad school in clarinet performance. So pretty excited about the things Jenna has done. Just has become a real. I mean, she was always an outstanding clarinet player, but has really, yeah, doing amazing things. I'll when she's a guest on Monday, I will talk about her freshman year, what she said to me, and I didn't believe her, and then I should have. Anyway, yeah, I've come to really I'm proud of all of you and all of your accomplishments and whatever you do, but it's just been really fun watching Jenna become just a even more fantastic clarinet player. Anyway, she'll be the guest on Monday, so I got that confirmed yesterday. I'm excited about that. Office hours today after the live stream. After the live stream office hours, it'll be Band Office April 28th. That's today's day, right? Yes. Band Office April 28th will be the keyword for that Google Meet if you want to join me for office hours, 10:45 till noon. On a marching band this afternoon at 1 o'clock, we'll have saxes, 1:30, flutes and clarinets. That keyword will be SWIHMB April 28th. So section leader information, I told you it was coming, and it is. I just sent an email out about 15 minutes ago to everybody who I have on my list who said they were interested in being section leader. So if you are interested in being section leader, whether you're listening now live or you check it out later, and you didn't get an email, you need to let me know because you're not on my list and you're not being considered. You're not getting the information. So I want to give her the information. I know you guys are probably sick of it, but I'm probably going to create a Canvas class only because that makes it easier for Mrs. Reiner and I. We can share that way, and we can get information to you easier. And I know we're only going to use it for a week, but I just think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing is creating a section leader candidate Canvas class that I'll just use it for the next week and then take it down. So you got an email. Basically, the email lays out the process. It's 2 steps. You got to you got to come join a leadership seminar on Monday afternoon. And then there'll be a written application, nothing overly strenuous, but we just need it. Like I said, I want to get this process correct this year since I can't see all of you in person. So, and if you can't, we really want you to be there live for the leadership seminar. If you absolutely cannot, because you have to work or something that day, you need to let me know so I can set you up with a way to watch it later. So you still get the information. Okay, so that's section leader information, and we'll talk more about it at the end of the thing here today. So I finished the second Captain America and started the third. As the third one started, I kind of the Civil War was the third one. I got brought back to this isn't really a Captain America movie; it's an Avengers movie, really. But then I thought, no, it's not because Ant-Man gets in there and Spider-Man. But it kind of is an Avengers movie. But the longer I watched it, I'm not very far into it. But it really is a continuation. The one thing I really admire about I appreciate more about the MCU is it's chronological. You can do like what Ali Gorman did and give me the whole list chronologically, and it works. But they also work to like in their own franchise. The Captain America movies. I've never sat down. The same thing with Iron Man. I've never sat down and watched them as. I watched them as they came out, right? So you had an Avengers movie, and then you had Captain America: Civil War, and so they were interdispersed. I think it would have been First Avenger, and then Captain America: First Avenger. Then the first Avengers movie came out after that, and then it would have been Winter Soldier. Then the Age of Ultron Avengers movie came out, and then it would have been Civil War. But I've never watched just the Captain America together, and they work. The storyline continues. The whole Bucky going. I don't know. I never really realized that before until I started watching the third one. I'm like, no, they actually they played 2 games of chess, right? They did the MCU, and then they have Captain America is his own little trilogy. you still need the information, I think, the other things, but it's hard to explain. I'm rambling, but I was impressed that it really does work. It really carries through the Captain America thing. So yeah. Um, so start the third one. Thor will be our next set of movies. Um, you're up 25. Wow, we really popped some up there. Thor will be the next set of movies we watch. So get ready for that. Did anybody watch the Star Wars holiday special yesterday? Please, please tell me somebody took the time to watch that. I cannot describe to you the pure right, Peter. It's a good way of putting that. Trilogy within a franchise. Um, it's like Star Wars, except they work better together. Please tell me someone watched the Star Wars holiday special. Like, I really want badly to be able to talk to somebody about. Hey, you don't understand the joy that train wreck brings to people's lives. I just want to talk about it with somebody. Seniors sent you an email last week, and I don't know why I'm saying on the live stream. Obviously, most of the seniors aren't on here. 11. I have 11 responses out of 35 seniors. It's officially the worst responding senior class in the history of the Monarch Band, I think, at this point in time. I'm not judging because you got till Friday. I said the deadline was to Friday. You still got the rest this week. Just 11 out of 35 makes me sad. So I got nobody commenting that they watched the Star Wars holiday special. That makes me sad. You need to watch it. Like, all the video recommendations I've given, like some of you watched Two Popes and you emailed me, and some of you watched Behind the Curve and you emailed me. Like, those are great, but I don't even care about those. If you didn't watch the Star Wars holiday special, you don't doesn't matter. My mom says amen. Worst reply. That's good, Kennedy. So it's not just me. That makes me feel a little better that it's not just me. No, the highlight is who that man. The highlight is Carrie. She's awful. So anyway, the Iowa Virtual Band, they released a recording of all your videos, and it was kind of fun because it gave a map of the participating schools, and there it is, Denison High School. Somebody, at least one of you, submitted something from it, so I was pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie to you, the recording's not good. Like, not. It just goes to prove you've got to be in the room together. Like, it doesn't work. It works kind of. It sounds like a really good middle school band sight reading a piece of music. You know what I mean? Like, the tone is good, the pitch is pretty good. There's some dynamics. It's just not completely together. Go listen to it. Check it out. If you participate in it, go back to the website and look at it. And they're going to do a second piece. I think they're refining. I don't mean to, like, I'm not criticizing. I think it's great that someone's trying something. Like, I really respect Sam Johnson, the guy who's kind of in charge of this. I don't know if I told you this, is a student of mine from Atlantic. Is out there teaching right now. He graduated right after I came to Denison. I mean, I'm just super proud that he's doing something. So please don't take anything I'm saying as a criticism. I think it's awesome. But obviously he's trying to refine it. And yeah, so I'm pleased as punch that someone from Denison did it. Looks like at least Parker did it. Secondly, go out, listen to it, and do the second one. Get out there and do the second one. It's I think the website is still on Canvas linked. I need to get the new password though. There'll be a new password. So that was fun. Also, fun thing happened. I don't know if anybody's left. Peter would have been graduated when we commissioned the 100th anniversary year. Pleased as punch. Kelly Minen would have been around. I don't think Jenna was still in school. It was only a couple years ago. Anyway, we commissioned a piece celebrating 100 years of Denison Band, and the composer Gavin Lant, who full disclosure is a brother-in-law of mine. I say in quotes because it's my sister-in-law's husband, like it's my wife's sister's husband. So Kennedy says they were freshmen, so you didn't participate in it, but they published. That's not the whole thing. He took what they did is they took our school song and kind of used it as a little mini theme inside of a piece that celebrates 100, basically our band program. I really enjoyed it. It's a great piece of music, and we need to get it back out again. But he kind of rewrote the beginning fanfare, made it shorter, and it's being published. So I got that note the other day, and it's cool. Like, I've got so I took the TV that's behind me. It's in front of me now, so I can read. I'm reading the description. It's "Long May We Reign," composed by Gavin Lent. "Long May We Reign" is the first movement of a large-scale band work commissioned by the Denison High School Music Boosters to celebrate 100 years of band. This is the publisher's website. 100 years of band, Denison, Iowa. And it talks about, I was just like, oh, that's cool. It's got a little picture of the score cover, which is a crown. It says "Long May We Reign." Anyway, so I listened to it. So they got a professional group or a college group to record the demos for these. So I listened to it. I'll just start at the beginning of it for you. And this is the fanfare from what we premiered, what we commissioned. But I want you to listen to it because just listen carefully here. You can hear that, I hope. It's good. Did you hear that? Did you hear the horns? We might do it again here. Yeah? I don't know. That made me pretty happy yesterday. And to hear, I don't know, to hear like a good recording of that, and to hear our school song in there, like that is, I don't know, it's a pretty cool feeling. So I don't know. I just think it's awesome. Well, we need to get that piece out because it was a well-written piece. Gavin Lent was the composer's name. Did a nice job. Really appreciate that. And the fact that it's part of it's getting published is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So I thought that was neat. That was kind of a cool moment yesterday when I just listened to that and I was like, that's it. That's the piece. That's the one we did. Yeah. All right. I'm done with that. Let's move on with life. Video recommendation today. So go watch Moana again. Like, I know when that first came out, we all watched it 1,000 times. Go watch it again. It's awesome. It's such a fun movie. And it's like the two Disney ones that are recent that I can watch 1,000 times and not get sick of is Coco and Moana. I don't know what magic dust they've sprinkled on that. There's my recommendation. You've all seen it. Go watch it again. It'll make you feel good about life. Moana. The music is awesome. The animation's good. Story is good. The acting is good. It's just a great one of the all-time best Disney movies right there. Moana. Go watch it. There's my video recommendation. Music today was Sonny Rollins. Sonny Rollins. That is one of those great, like, I've got Saxophone Colossus, which is the name of the album. And if I'm out, like one of the days I'm outside and the sun is out and I'm just chilling, I'll turn on Sonny Rollins. Little little St. Thomas going. Sonny Rollins is one of those laid back, like, just great. I think that he was getting to the solo section before I turned this one off. Let's see where we're at here. Such a great sound. Yeah, I tell you what, Sonny Rollins is a guy we don't talk about too much. It's tenor sax player. You know, we always talk about Charlie Parker, Cannonball Adderley, those guys. Sonny Rollins. Anyway, go check out Sonny Rollins. Some good jazz out there if you want some jazz to listen to. I'm really enjoying this TV in front of me. Excuse me. Holy cow. This makes my life so much easier than trying to go to this computer and back. I'm figuring this out finally, how to get this to work. All right, one review. We haven't done theory in a while. I'm going to spend some time going back and reviewing because I got a feeling some of the greater things we're going to do might involve some theory, some very basic stuff. So I just want to go back and review intervals. It was one of the, I think week 2 might have been intervals. And remember, intervals have a quantity and yes, you did play St. Thomas Kennedy. I pull that out for Jazz 2 a lot because it's a great jazz standard that works really well for a second jazz band. There's a quantity and a quality. So the quantity, you simply count the notes and you include the notes involved, right? So if you can be any clef you want, it doesn't matter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes involved in that interval. That is a fifth. So if this is treble clef, you think F, G, A, B, C. If it's bass clef, A, B, C, D, E. It doesn't matter what clef it is. That is a fifth. Okay. If I were to move one of these notes to, let's say, here, that is a third. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 notes involved in that interval. The bottom note, the middle note, and the top note. Okay, so we call that a third. Okay. One more. Now, I'm not talking about quality yet. I'm talking about quantity. So if I did that, go ahead, figure it out. Sixth. The answer is sixth. That's a sixth. Down here, we talked about, what they could be major, minor. Well, I will go through that again later this week, but I just want to review this week the intervals. Intervals are fairly simple from a quantity point of view. It's just got to count. All right. Let's do just one last one. That's a second. There's only 1, 2. That's it. It's a second. Okay. Intervals. There you go. All right, we are moving on with Africa. This was a selection by Mr. O'Donnell this week. It was Africa, ceremony, song, and ritual. I want to go back and talk. Just the intro wasn't very long, so I want to play the intro again for you today. The big thing, it's percussion, percussion, percussion. And it's not just percussion, it's hard percussion. Was it 2 years ago we played that Arabian dances, or last year? I can't remember. Similar, like just lots of percussion with intricate rhythms. Because and when you think about the history of music, that Arabian dances is going to have a lot of connections through this traditional African music. That area, the Smith, I read Peter's comment while I was talking. That area of the world, a lot of that music is interconnected. It's not. I'm not saying it's the same. There's a lot of similarities, though, and especially with the tradition of drumming. Drumming is almost a sacred thing in African music. So that percussive tradition is throughout that area, the Arabian Peninsula and into Africa. So lots of percussion, major horn parts. Robert Ever Smith was his composer of the day. Is that for your students at HMS Pinafore? HMS, you doing the composer of the day? You could do Robert Smith every day of the week with as much stuff as he's written. So here's the intro again, and then we're going to get into the first folk song, which is Oya, Primitive Fire. Let me just read the program notes for this first folk song. It's Oya, Primitive Fire recreates man's conquest of fire. In the beginning of time, man discovered he could create the elusive power by striking two flints together. He gathered sticks and dry leaves and kindled them. The flames began to rise very slowly, yet steadily building higher and higher into a large, writhing body of energy spreading across the horizon. Suddenly, it begins to fade, slowly losing life. Then the last spark ascends to the heavens and leaves the earth in darkness. So he took this old African folk tune of Oya and did a programmatic piece about fire, building, and then going away. For 4 weeks, I include. You do a different composer every day? For 4 weeks, you've done a different composer every day? Yikes. Geez, I thought I was doing good one band piece a week. Holy cow, Peter, you're an overachiever. All right, here we go. This is the intro and the first folk tune, Oya, from African ceremony, song, and ritual. Horn. There's a horn again. Start this percussive groove. You're going to hear a flexitone. Then you're going to hear the log drum. It's a log drum. Then bass, clarinet, piccolo. Here it is. I think that's a great sound. Bass, clarinet, and piccolo. The percussion is just. We're gonna add some muted trumpets. Coming up. That percussion seems like, it's just doing a groove, but you should see how it's notated. I mean, it's, one part is jigga 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 jigga. One is boom ba gung 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 ka dung gung gung ka dung gung. That one's boom bop bop boop bop bop. And then there's boo bop, ba doo bop. Like none of those rhythms are incredibly complicated, but to get that to fit together, and any of you who've done jazz band try to play in a rhythm section for a Latin tune, you understand those rhythms, none of them are hard on their own, but to get that to groove all together is quite a challenge. Trombone. Here comes the horn lick. No, Peter, that was all the trombones. Then it's going to calm down, just like he said it would. As the last ember reaches the heavens and the earth is left in darkness. Congas. And we're into the second folk song at this point. Yeah, we'll get to that. No, let's play this. Here's the interlude between them. Bass, clarinet, and flute. And then we're into the second tune now, so we'll start there tomorrow. But it's a very interesting piece. It's just very exciting and lots going on. The next section is a slower section, and they're singing. Mr. O'Donnell alluded to that yesterday. The singing in this one, which is kind of cool. So let's say first part of Africa, ceremony, song, and ritual. A great energetic piece. That's really hard to play, but there it is. So section leader info. Again, I sent an email out. So if you didn't get it, you're not on my list. And that doesn't mean you can't be. You need to email me. If you're a freshman, don't worry about it. It's mostly, we're talking about people who are going to be juniors or seniors next year. If you didn't get an email and you were interested in being considered for section leader, we're going to do 2 per section this year. You need to make sure you let me know. Okay. And I want to be very clear about this. We're changing the process. It's not just, oh, you're a senior, it's your turn. Okay. Trying to get rid of that attitude, that culture of, no, we're going to put the best leaders in the position no matter what class they're in. Now, if you're a senior, you're going to be given, you should be a better candidate, right? You've been around longer. You should be able to answer questions better. But I want to get rid of this culture of, oh, upperclassmen are section leaders, or seniors are section leaders. A lot of times they still will be, don't get me wrong, but we're going to pick the best person for the job. So just keep that in mind. Okay, we're going to change the process a little bit, and the whole idea is that we are stronger because of it. We're going to be better because of the process. So, there you go. Let's see. I'm really enamored with my screen in front of me. I really like that I can control this stuff without having to go to the other computer. So, I'm pretty excited about that. But now tomorrow, I guess, like I got the TV behind me again, so well. Sousa, and here's the thing, Peter. Sousa is more than marches, and I think you know this, but golly, that guy was a complicated composer. I mean, he was. People just think of Sousa as, oh, he wrote marches, but he was so much more complicated than that. Good choice. All right, office hours today after the live stream. I'm gonna give me a couple minutes to clean up here. I'm talking about clean up, like put stuff away. I'm not taking a shower again. 10:45 we'll start office hours. So that'll be, again, a band office April 28 is the keyword for that. I hope to see some of you there just to say hi, or if you got questions. On the marching band sectionals, we'll start again for the week starting at 1 o'clock. I need to know yes or no from everybody, whether you're in or out. So come to the sectionals today and tomorrow, please. Mrs. Ryan and I are meeting tomorrow. We will be able to talk to you about grading. Speaking of St. Thomas, Kennedy, later this week we'll talk about grading, and that'll start next week. So I'll get information to you this week about that. Email me if you want to part to Africa, or you just need to say hi, or need to vent, or just need anything at all. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. We'll see you tomorrow.